Alright, Buzz, welcome back as we are ready to hop on into map number 2. As you can see, ATK going to be on that CT side, Complexity on the offense, and of course we did see ATK taking that map number 1. So right now Complexity are looking to try and pull off a reverse sweep if they want to stay in this qualifier. Again, this is the lower bracket. The loser of this is eliminated. So this is going to be a tough one for sure. Oh, a nice dink though to start things off from Sig. I guess you could say that was pretty sick indeed. Able to catch that aggression coming through. It was Sonic taking down low early on, and Ricky, he should have an easy frag on Fady as he pushes towards Palace. So a quick headshot coming through, a split towards going to be the goal rather, apologies. As you see Dumpster getting one, assisted by Sonic to go ahead and drop Def as well, but trade's being pulled back in favour of the D side. Sonic able to find one actually from the CT spawn, I believe that was. Sounded very loud. Over towards Connector rather, actually. It was indeed. Black Poison now in the CT spawn. He's the last man standing. He's been spotted. Gets a bit of damage in. And had a chance to deny the bomb plant push. Shazam going to go ahead and get that down a little bit of a safer position now. 2 versus 1. And as Black Poison pushes forward, Shazam going to be able to put a stop to him with that P250. So Complexity able to pick up the opening pistol round here. They'd done that back on Train as well, though. We ended up seeing the force buy for ATK working out. Is that going to be the case once again? Let's see. It looks like they will actually go in for the force buy at least. MP9's onto 3 players. A scout for Sonic. He could buy body armor if he wanted, but he's not gonna because he wants to keep that extra money towards an op early on, and then Black Poison gets a scout as well. So this is a pretty decent investment. Let's see how it's going to go. With the SMGs in play for Complexity, I mean, it's not like the buy is amazing for them, so certainly is always an opportunity for the upset to come true. And default though again to start it off. Mid control looking to be found. Player out through under a couple players at the top of middle. And already a couple of open and frags being found. Ricky able to catch the aggression, I believe, towards ramp. Could have been dangerous since he had the bomb on his back, but able to find the frag either way cleanly. Of course then in towards mid as well, one comes through, and with that a 5-on-3 in play, this should be Complexity from this point forward. As long as they stick together and trade, I don't think they really have too much chance of losing this round. Oh, but JT gets one. Nice little bonus as well for him. In terms of the money, at least $600, of course. Stanislaw going to catch Black Poison over on B, and JT up close. Is he going to be careful of this now is the question. Making a bit of noise. I don't think he's actually going to push forward. He's also being flanked out, though, so could be dangerous. JT just goes forward himself, though, and finds it. So 2v3, they realise now that the bomb, of course, obviously not on B, has been planted on that A bomb site. Defers the footsteps. Gets dangerous, though. Doesn't expect the second player to still be all the way back towards Kitchen as well, because they didn't actually know he was on the flank through the apartment. So now it's a 2-on-2. Weapons do favour that T side in terms of the range. Of course, there's no defuse kit in play, so it's going to be tough for ATK. But they made it a costly round at the very least. Of course, though, Ricky then just cleans it up. Takes an MP9 for himself. And that's a quick 2-0 lead for Complexity indeed. And it should be boosted to 3-0 as they're going to be facing an eco in this one. Stanislaw actually taking that MP9 to try and build up some money. But yeah, worth noting again, as we said before, in that matchup last night against Ints, we've seen ATK take a 16-4 victory here on Mirage over Ints. Again, they had a stand-in. Yay, stepping in for Cello. No matter what you think about who's the better player out of those two, of course, you don't want to be having a stand-in during a qualifier. You also don't want to stand in that doesn't speak the language that your team communicates in. So, I mean, maybe you can put a bit of an asterisk beside that one, but, I mean, this is where ATK can show us how capable they are on Mirage. If they can take down Complexity, that would be spectacular. Eliminate Complexity from this qualifier as well would be a bit of an upset for sure. There we go, JT. Nice shot on the Deagle. A chance maybe for a second to come true. A shoulder peek from Palace certainly could be dangerous. Flash towards CT now. Should allow for the T's to go ahead and actually pick up that bomb, go try and retrieve it from the ramp. But a bit of an ace stack at the moment actually coming through. There's 4 players in the CT spawn. And I don't know if Complexity are aware of exactly how many. I think they've spotted at least 2. Bomb going to go down now, though, so I mean, as long as Complexity don't make some serious mistakes, I don't think they should be losing this round. Def, though, if he tries to go through that hole, could be in trouble with a player up to the left, but I don't think he's going to go for it. Would be a little bit of a silly push, not too common. Sick gets 1. Def as well on the Mac 10 eventually shuts down the CT push, and I mean, some good damage at least being put through with a couple of frags being found. If they could finish off Def, that would have been nice, but it's not going to happen. Stanislaw on the MP9 gets himself a second. 3-0, and I guess a relatively clean round, especially since most of the players that got frags had the SMGs in play. I don't think ATK are going to be too sad though about finding a couple of frags at least, as they now come onto a buy. Double up setup in play, utility across the board. It's a relatively decent buy. I mean, they've won the fuse kit as well for Dumpster, so let's see, can they pick up this open gun round, or Complexity going to come in with a quick start here on Mirage? That's the question. 2 smokes straight towards Connector. The first one, I believe, being from the CTs to put out the Molotov so that they could maybe try and peek above it, but second smoke coming through. Ricky, though, creeps out ramp, and Fady trying to jump up onto the ticket booth ends up getting taken down. Complexity with a man advantage now to kick off this open and gun round with the 5-on-4 and make that a 5-on-3, because Stanislaw has just creeped up into the ladder room, getting himself an easy frag on Sonic. This is not looking good. Complexity right now on Mirage off to a much better start than we've seen back on train. Sick even catches that aggression rather from JT, who's trying to come down Connector, so just not going too well. 5v2. Complexity at this point, they just have to group up and take it towards one of these bomb sites. It is going to be towards B. Black Poison, I think, may have a bit of a read on that now, as he shuts down Stanislaw, trying to creep through the spawn, but let's see, they're still actually going to go forward, so I mean, there's a chance here. Dumpster and Black Poison certainly could hold this down. Issue is Black Poison gets dropped quickly. Dumpster, although he gets 1 now, his position is known, and he still has 3 opponents to contend with. Gets the first on Def, the op back in the apartments, and then Ricky now up close on the bomb site, or the threats that do remain, and sadly they are a little bit too much for him to actually overcome. 4-0 Complexity, off to a great start here on Mirage right now. We do see ATK back on the pistols again. Going for a little bit of an A stack as well. Not really going to work out in this round, it doesn't seem. Complexity in with the straight up rush. Only 1 player in the actual bomb site itself. That's Black Poison. I mean, allowed to find 1. They didn't clear under the window, but Molotov forced them out into the open. It was an easy finish then for Sick. And of course, we did also see Sonic in the kitchen being dropped by the op to start off the round. So it is the 4-on-3. Bomb going down. Not much hope for ATK to make this retake happen, but I mean, maybe if they can get a couple of frags and drop some rifles, maybe even to be retrieved to save over, that would be nice. And there you go, Dumpster actually does peek out on the B and just quickly take down Ricky. Of course, the weapon not going to be retrievable, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I mean, a bit of damage. Maybe it can be, though. JT actually making his way in. Oh, gets dropped. Sick went back to make sure that they wouldn't be able to pick up anything. (5-0) now. Buy back in the hands of ATK, but they need to start making this work now. Otherwise, I feel like we could be going to a very early map 3. Like, again, Complexity just kind of going with what's working. I mean, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Going for that default, pressuring across the map, having some initial presence towards top mid, a player coming out of under as well. It has been what they've gone for in pretty much all of these gun rounds, although there hasn't been a lot of them so far. Of course, it's kind of just standard Mirage play, that mid control being probably the most important area, because it gives you the opportunities. You can get a player towards short, you can get the connector control, try and lurk towards the ladder room even, have that player in there just to keep the presence. But a 1-for-1 trade early on, that's not too bad. I mean, it does tend to favor the T side, so certainly ATK would like to find a little bit more. Stanislaw on the ladder, inaccuracy be damned. He takes down Black Poison, and with that now a man advantage in favor of the T side. They're looking to try and split onto A. It could be dangerous though, because Fady steps forward and gets 1 quickly. He needs to be careful of ramp, but this nade could do so much damage on Shazam, and he gets the spray control towards Ricky. Shazam actually didn't end up taking any damage from the nade, I don't believe, but either way, what was looking good for Complexity has been pulled into a man advantage for the CT side instead. How long will it last? Not very. That was a nice find from Stanislaw, but unfortunately he is now left alone. The bomb, I mean, it should be retrieved. It's a little bit awkward as there's a player over towards short. There's one in the CT spawn as well, spotting him. But he's actually just going to run this towards B. A flash goes in. It is being watched. He just about makes it towards Kitchen, but I don't think he's going to expect his player to be already pushed up so close towards the pillar on short. He gets the bomb down in the very least, making a lot of noise, though. Is he going to be cautious at his position from Dumpster? No, he is not. He goes down, and that's ATK finally getting around on the board here on Mirage. Issue is only surviving with 2 players, of course, not ideal. I mean, they're going to have a pretty solid buy anyway coming through. Dumpster probably going to drop 1. The other players should get the rifles for themselves at least, but I mean, utility-wise, it might be a tiny bit limited on 2 of the players, I believe, just JT and Black Poison, as you can see, so it's not terrible. Black Poison should have a weapon on the floor as well that was dropped over. It is an up. Okay, double up setup coming through. That's a good find, actually, so this is a pretty strong investment for ATK. They need to keep it up, though. If they do get this one, then Complexity actually will be looking at an eco. It would give them a good opportunity to really build back into this one early on before it gets too out of control. Complexity. We've seen them earlier on up against that eco go for a quicker B play. This time they are all grouped up over again towards the B apartments, but they've left the bomb behind. They're going for a bit of an execute, but it seems like it is just an attempt at a fake. But that flash towards underpass is absolutely perfect for JT. Sonic threw it in. JT then peeked in and took 2 quick frags. They lined up and didn't even take any damage, as they were completely blind. ATK looking to really pick up the pace a little bit here on the CT side. If they can take this round with all 5 players alive, that would be amazing. JT somehow doesn't actually drop Shazam there. Puts him low HP, but ends up getting dropped in the meantime. Black Poison returns 1 quickly on the op at least, so it is still a 4-on-2. The head being spotted in depth as he creeps up the steps. He does some good damage towards Fady, but it wasn't the frag. As long as ATK keep 4 alive right now, that'll be good for them to really begin to build up some money. And as I said, of course, Complexity, if they lose this round, which it looks like they will, they are going to be looking at an eco. There you have it. The final frag comes through from Sonic on the op. 2-5. 3 rounds now in the difference. It should be brought to within just 2 rather. They should be bringing it to that point in this one. Up against the eco, you don't expect a lot from Complexity. I mean, they have some money. I'd expect them to maybe upgrade a couple pistols, give themselves a chance to at least drop some weapons, get a bit of damage in, and they also do pick up 4 smokes, so it looks like they are going to be going for a quick play. 1 smoke towards the top mid, I believe, to start it off. Going to be a quick A execute then, the goal being a bomb plant, and again, as I said before, a couple of frags at least. No, JT just mowing them down right now, gets 2 quick frags. A lot of damage being found onto the final player as well. He was looking for the 4, but Fady comes in and cleans it up. 2 rounds now in the difference. 5-3, Complexity back on the bye. They already have a decent T side though. That's the issue for ATK. So if they want to make this a half, they're going to be happy with. They need to bring it up to 9, maybe 10. If they get 10, they're in a really good position. But of course, that's going to be difficult. Again, we just see that smoke towards the top mid from Complexity. So, I mean, they're pretty much just doing what they done in that previous round with the pistols, just setting up for a straight-up A execute. I mean, it didn't really seem like ATK had too much of an idea immediately. Fady gets taken down as he was trapped in that ninja corner. JT should trade this one at least. Sick getting a little bit over-aggressive towards the spawn, gives it away. Nade goes through, doesn't actually manage to connect any damage. Smoke, though, for Ramp Radar actually now, as we do see ATK setting up for the retake, but I mean, a double up setup, certainly not the best weapons for this retake to happen with, but let's see. Can they force the players out into the open? Can they find the picks? Stanislaw close, a quick double spray down comes through. That could be what puts this round in favour of Complexity, and it does look to be the case. Dumpster now trying to creep out a sandwich, gets dropped. Sonic, although he gets the return, he's still left on 12 HP in the 1-on-2. And the bomb already, of course, ticking away at this point. He doesn't have a chance anymore, just backing off the save. Six to 3, Complexity. They managed to return another round, putting themselves in a position where they can be happy with this half no matter what. We do actually see ATK still being able to pull out the full buy though, so Complexity. Let's see, if they pick up this one, then South African side are in a really horrible position, really, because they won't be looking at the buy most likely. They probably have to go for Wanika. That'd be complexity then, looking at an 8-3 lead on the T side. So yeah, this round really important for ATK. Def trying to creep around that smoke, seeing if he could work with a bit of a gap. There wasn't actually a gap, but he ended up just spamming through and tagging up Dumpster quite sufficiently in the process anyway. Tagged up Black Poison. Honestly thought he was going to be able to get the spam there onto Dumpster as well to finish him off. But what is that shot from Sonic? Dangerous indeed. He gets dropped to low HP in the meantime, but he does at least find an advantage. The 5-on-4 being found, but now there's 3 players who are sitting just under half HP for that CT side. Make that 2 as Shazam pulls one back. That is going to favor the T side. They're going to be happy with this right now. As you can see, the goal is going to be to bring it towards A. Ricky gets taken down as the jump comes up from JT onto the bricks. Playing close on ramp still. Def and Shazam are going to be the 2 players he has to deal with. He's doing it perfectly. Eventually falls to Shazam. And actually Stanislaw lurking in the B apartments is able to take down Dumpster. Doesn't do so as cleanly as we've seen Shazam with that frag. Of course being brought very low on HP in the meantime. But most importantly, he gets control of the B bomb site. With that, the bomb being rotated around. But we do see a very aggressive push from Stanislaw coming in towards short. He should have a free kill towards Connector, but this is dangerous. Fady actually wins out the fight. Dropped to 20 HP though in the meantime, so Shazam, I mean, it's a winnable position right now. Trying to find that angle on towards the upper and kitchen, won't for the moment. At this point, he could just, I was going to say resort back onto the pistol, but with a Glock, I mean, it's probably better for him to just stick onto the AK, onto the up for the moment, at least in that fight against Black Poison. Fady going to go ahead and group up with his teammate. I do like to see that. He was looking tempted to bring it towards short initially, of course, but with both of them now being low HP, the push in the kitchen though from Shazam gets the first frag. Black Poison jumping out of the window, hasn't actually made any noise. That's a positive. But the bomb is ticking away, so he needs to find this frag quickly. Going back in, Shazam, I don't think he's going to expect it, but it doesn't matter. He does end up actually looking as he hears the footsteps, goes down to the no-scope, and there's no time for Black Poison. He realizes that and has to run away. That's going to be complexity, taking a 7-3 lead. They don't survive with anyone, but they had a bit of money in the bank, and with the bomb plant coming through as well, they're going to get an easy buy back into this one. On the other hand, ATK, not so much, but they should be buying up. Black Poison able to drop one. JT and Fady can buy for themselves. Dumpster can get an M4 body armor if he wanted. He'd probably just go for a weaker weapon, though. Maybe a FAMAS, maybe an SMG. Or maybe just a pistol. Let's see. We're waiting for him to decide. He actually got dropped over a FAMAS, I believe, so that's pretty decent. Gave them a good amount of utility as well, but yeah, if Complexity find this one, then at that point ATK would have to take the buy unless, again, they save up for some weaponry. Quick play, though. Straight up through short right now from the D side, and Black Poison holds it down all on his own. A quick triple kill being found. Leaves Shazam and Def as the last 2 trying to come through apartments, and they're not finding much more success. Def was able to get 1, but that's it. With that no Complexity, they're actually put onto a force buy. I'm kind of surprised they've gone for this. I would like to have seen them just take the eco. I mean, they wouldn't have bought in the next round anyway, so I guess it probably is kind of needed. But I also want to see them make sure they have the best buy as possible going into these next rounds, because already having 7 is pretty good, but never mind. Maybe they can make this force buy work. They actually dropped the only player that was on the B-bomb site itself. Black Poison rotating back up through short. Does get in position quickly, and of course it is only Ricky over in the B apartment, so I don't think he's going to be committing too aggressively right now, especially since he has the only rifle that they have to play with. For anyone who, of course, who wasn't paying attention to the EU qualifier, Vitality did just qualify the ESL 1 Cologne 2019. So a huge congratulations to them, of course, as Betway said. But what is the plan right now for Complexity? With that man advantage, the time beginning to get a little bit low at this point, but Ricky gets another frag in the B apartments. It's JT who goes down this time. Black Poison has positioned himself to try and hold that B-bomb site, but I don't know how easy it's going to be. There's 2 players in the window right now. There's a player coming up through short as well. There's just people everywhere, and actually there's 1 push up in the CT spawn. If they try and rotate around through this position, Def could cut it off, but he needs to be careful. Black Poison coming back should spot him, and indeed he does. An easy frag from the kitchen, but now the push actually going to be committed through from this B bomb site. That's the issue. Black Poison was the sole defender, and with the fact that he goes back and gets that frag, it instantly means that Def knows, okay, he's left the bomb site, just commit to B. And that gives them the bomb plant and a quick trade. 4-on-2 Complexity. They're making this force buy work. This is heartbreaking for ATK. They need to save, and it looks like that is going to be the goal. And as long as they do, they should get a decent buyout, because JT can buy for himself. Black Poison and Dumpster can then actually get dropped over. What is map 3? If map 3 is needed, it is going to be Inferno. Patchwork Fennec? Yeah. I wasn't sure if I was reading that right. Yeah, the AK and the op at least being carried over. As I said, we should see the buy coming through now. Sonic may drop an op to Black Poison so that they can get the double op set up and play. Let's see if that's going to be the case. Not for now. Or maybe over to Fady. He needs a weapon as well. Let's see how it's being spread out. AK indeed dropped the Fady in the end. JT should have a weapon on the floor, I believe. He does indeed, an AUG right there. You can see it. Black Poison was trying to nick it on him, even though he already had one. Oh, but there we go. Sonic finds that opening kill towards the top of the mid through the smoke. That's a good way to start off this round. And it is, of course, one that ATK do very much need to pick up. If they want to make this a decent half, they ideally need to pick up the rounds that remain and take it to 7. We do know they have a pretty solid T side, of course. There we go. Fady able to find a quick headshot on the Sick as well. JT shuts down Ricky from Palace, and this is looking like ATK should find that 5th round. Question is, can Shazam and Def put up a bit of a fight for it? Another issue, though, being the Complexity. Although they have picked up a few rounds, they've been kind of just trading back and forth, and they haven't built up much money of their own. So, with losing this round now, they are actually looking at, again, a force buy coming through, most likely. Sick is on a double eco. Everyone else could just take the 1, but how are they going to do that is the question. And yeah, the eco just going to come true actually from Complexity. Issue is, Sick's still not going to have enough to buy in the next round, so a little bit awkward. He will have to buy up, though, would have been the final round of the half. A quick play towards A, though. Actually works out for Sick on the P250. JT has been dinked down as well. They trade successfully towards A. Fortunately, though, JT will be able to quickly shut down that jungle push. So even with the bomb going down, it is still a man advantage, and it's been extended further. Shazam pulls back 2 frags, actually. I was going to say that should be traded easily by JT, but it hasn't been. Shazam has an opportunity to win this one out right now. He's looking for the quad kill, as it's left all onto Black Poison to try and save this round. The angle being held by Shazam on the Deagle, goes for the shoulder peek. He has been spotted, but he spots Black Poison in return, connects the first bullet to the body. He's looking to try and pull it off, and he gets the headshot. A massive round from Shazam, a quad kill, which is the Deagle. He didn't even have Kevlar. It was pretty much a full eco for Complexity, and they make it work. That is heartbreaking for ATK. I mean, they still have a decent buy, but it was looking like they may have been able to find the 7 to 8 half. Instead, now 6 to 9 is their best position to be in. Kazler, what do you think of South African CS? I mean, I don't really know a lot about it. I knew of the Bravado lineup, and now I know of this one, of course. Now that they've swapped over, there's been some changes. I knew of Black Poison already before he joined this lineup as well. But yeah, I don't really know too much about South African CS. But I mean, this team does seem like a really solid one. As I said, still certainly a lot of room for improvement, I feel like, to come true. Especially considering they had those changes recently enough. So, and also with the instability of changing around orgs so much. They have been looking good, though, overall, even if it's been a little bit shaky. Lots of positives to be taken from their game. But right now, this is looking decent in this round. A 3-on-2 in play. Sick and Shazam left to try and pull it up to double digits for Complexity, and they're not going to be successful. There it is, 6 to 9 at half time. If ATK can pick up the second pistol round, then they definitely can't fight back into it. If we see it going in favor of Complexity, though, I feel like Inferno will be looking quite likely at that point. Of course, if we do go to Inferno, though, that's going to be an interesting one, because, I mean, statistically, it's not an amazing map for Complexity. For ATK, though, it is actually pretty decent for them. They've had some solid results on it. They've played it a lot over the past 3 months. I do feel like ATK have a good opportunity to actually try and take the victory. Only issue is I seen them lose to Ghost yesterday on when we were casting them, of course, so, I mean, who knows? Ghost are a pretty solid team as well, though. Here we go. Second pistol round going to be going live. As I said, it is quite important for ATK to pick this one up, otherwise it's going to be a bit of a struggle to fight back into the game. Oh, Ricky, look how aggressive he's gotten towards under. Actually finds the quick double kill. Fady was able to take down Stanislaw in the meantime, but I don't think it's really going to affect the round's outcome too much as the frags continue to go in favor of Complexity right now. Looking to try and take this pistol, take the double digits, and extend that lead even further. And there we go. Without the bomb even going down, it is only Dumpster that remains. If he can get that planted, that would be nice. He does have a Molotov maybe that he could use to drop it down, give him the space for the bomb plant to come through, but I don't know, drops it towards the door. That's going to keep Sick back for the moment at least, but the issue is they can all just try and jump out this window the second the bomb starts getting planted. They overwhelm him, and even if he just faked it, then I feel like maybe even if he got one, there probably would have been a quick trade. ATK willing to take the eco though, so we should only see 11 to 6 before the guns come out. Oh, look how aggressive Def is actually getting. Oh, he's actually only on the palace. It looked like he was closer up on ramp. Should have a few free kills here. Being assisted by Shazam. It is, of course, as we said, a full eco from ATK, so we didn't really expect much to be coming through from them. Unfortunately, they don't even find a frag. They just get mowed down and also give away quite a lot of money to the SMGs. 11 to 6 though. This is going to be the buy round now for ATK. It looks like the weaker weapons are going to be retained in play for Complexity. They are taking it with a bit of a bonus round approach. They'll be able to rebuy up in the next round anyways. But I mean, ideally they want to take this and just continue to run away with the lead. On the other hand, ATK, they need this gun round. If they don't find that, I don't really give them too much hope of recovering it here on Mirage. Sick being spotted and tagged up as he was trying to drop out a window to get aggressive and underpass. That should be where there's at least one player in that position. And JT, he's able to go ahead and take down Def over towards the ramp and gets a second onto Shazam as he swings out quickly. A 5-on-3 now in play. Ricky, Sick, and Stanislaw, all that remain for that CT side with the weaker weapons as well. But the MP9 getting some work done. Unfortunately, not able to get the second frag onto Sonic. He ends up managing to just about survive, and I believe that is 5 HP. That's actually 9. Looking at that wrong, a little bit blind, but there we go. Sonic still managed to get another frag on 9 HP. That leaves it all on Stanislaw. This should be a pretty easy closure now in this round for ATK. They lose one more player, but end up living with 3. Not too bad. Issue is, as I said, that was a bonus round from Complexity. They're going to rebuy into this one right now, and they're going to have a relatively strong buy. A little bit of a lack in terms of utility. Could certainly be better. They don't have a defuse kit in play either. Ricky can get one. I'd like to see him do that, but he ends up going for a couple of flashes with a smoke instead. There we go, Shazam finds the opening even while smoked off in window. A nice find indeed. 5-on-4 to start this one off right now for Complexity. If they return this immediately, then ATK are in such a difficult position. Dumpster gets 1, but in the meantime, JT taking down low. Black Poison dropped. JT finished off by a headshot. Shazam, he's just connecting every single attempt right now. Ends up missing 1, but that doesn't really seem to matter. Ricky spamming through the smoke drops Dumpster, and now it's all on Sonic. 1-on-4. This is likely going to be a 12-7 lead for Complexity right now as they lose one round, instantly return it. That looks like it will be the case. Sonic up close on jungle though. Maybe he can have a bit of a chance to catch some players off guard. Indeed, actually does take down Ricky, so I mean, if he wants, then we can just run this straight over towards B. I think they should be aware that he's doing this. They do need to be careful. That fast flank through the apartments also could put a stop to it quickly, but Shazam is on low HP, so I mean, right now Sonic, he has a good opportunity to at least get that bomb plant down, which will be a nice bonus. Yeah, indeed. Oh, actually does tap it, so I mean, expecting someone to be close. He's right, because they are jumping out of kitchen quickly, but sadly only able to find 1 before he gets traded. 2 players surviving for Complexity in that round. Weapons going to be dropped over, and as we can see, ATK likely taking an eco. That is a bit of a dangerous fight for both of those players. Did end up working out, of course, slightly in favour of the T side, I would say, with the damage having gone in their favour initially, but no longer the case. Frag coming through from the CTs, the push now coming in. They've spotted out a couple of the players at least, but still too much for them to deal with, only having the pistols. Being cleaned up, 3 players on low HP, but sadly not able to finish off any of them. 13-7. A buy going to be coming through from ATK. If they don't make this one work, though, I think Mirage at that point is pretty much over. It'd probably be 15-7 then before the guns came out again. So this round is a necessity for ATK to keep themselves alive here on map number 2. But of course, a reminder for anyone who may just recently be joining us, we did see ATK picking up the opening map in the form of Train, which was their map choice. Complexity on their map choice so far have been looking good, which is of course Mirage. So let's see, Stanislaw already opens up, pushed into the smoke. That's a risky play. He was actually alone on B as well. That's the issue, because we see the aggression had already come in through short from Ricky, so that allows for the T's to push out. Black Poison even catches the aggression towards short, and B suddenly under the control of the T side. The bomb going to be planted with a man advantage in their favour. Looks like, of course, Complexity just deciding to save at this point. The UMP from Def probably be dropped over to Stanislaw, maybe. He can buy himself up a rifle. Ricky can buy for himself as well. So we should see a pretty decent investment coming through. There you go. All 3 of those weapons will indeed be saved over. So, I mean, Complexity are going to be easily buying up again. So ATK, they're not out of trouble quite yet. They're going to have to try and replicate that performance, pull together at least a couple of gun rounds. This is going to have to be the second one. Are they going to do so is the question. Because of course Complexity, as we said, have been looking pretty great on Mirage so far. And oh, this boost for the op coming through. Ricky, even while blinded, finds the frag on the Fady. And then just fades away. Back into safety on that B-bomb site. It's not the start that ATK would have been hoping for in this round. If they lose this one, then, I mean, they'll probably just buy up again, because they'll have enough on 4 players, I believe. But it's not ideal. Let's see. Can they manage to return it? Shazam gets one quickly on his AWP over towards A. Will be traded out pretty swiftly, but still a couple more players on A for them to deal with. They don't check Tetris perfectly. Sick allowed to get one off the back of that. Def then trades out on towards Dumpster. And there's the final frag from Stanislaw. It's 14-8. As I said, we should see a buy coming through again from ATK at this point. They can get a full investment on 3. Fady and Black Poison, though, going to be on a weaker buy, unfortunately. Yeah, they have fully invested as I was expecting. Fady gets the Galileo, so I mean, 3 AKs of Galil in the CZ, not terrible. This boost though from Ricky should be a free kill. Never mind, he falls down as he takes the shot. Ends up taking a small bit of damage, but most importantly, JT still alive for now. Gets a little bit of mid control. That Molotov towards bench will stop any peeks from coming through to help Death, but let's see what he can get done on his own from Sandwich. Only 1 frag before being overwhelmed. That's another AK now to be picked up in favor of ATK if they want it. You would expect them to do so. Black Poison eventually able to retrieve it. Sick though coming through with a flash, able to drop 1 and a second as he finds Black Poison. A man advantage still in play for Complexity, even with that trade coming through. As Sonic and JT left to try and save the day. If they don't win out this one, then they're in a really tough position. I mean, at least with the bomb plant, they'll probably buy again. But having to pull it back to overtime is not going to be an easy task. JT with a crucial frag to keep them in this round right now. This is getting difficult. There's no smokes, no utility. They're looking to see if they can find Danny, but it's not happening. JT from Connector just continues to frag. And this one's over. Ricky doesn't even really have the option to save right now, unfortunately. Oh, he may actually be able to run off through ramp if he wanted. I mean, he's not for some reason. He will eventually now. And Sonic not going to try and hunt it down either, so that will at least be the op being carried over, but I mean, this should be an eco most likely, although maybe not, because Ricky could drop one. Def could buy for himself. Shazam could go straight onto the M4 with that body armor. He actually gets the up. Should be dropping an M4 over maybe, but no, I think they're actually just going to be happy to take the eco, surprisingly. I believe they'll only get $1,900 though in the next round. That's kind of the issue. Mostly for Stanislav, of course, who doesn't have enough for the full investment. Risky from Shazam, but he actually does make it work. Had taken one just seconds before and taken a bit of damage in the meantime. Goes for the reface and drops JT. 5 on 4. Black Poison flashing out of Palace. It looks like Def wants to go forward. I don't think it's going to work out. Unfortunately for him, it will be that will be the case rather, as he ends up going down. So back into the 4v4. The weapons favor on the T side. They should be looking at taking a 10th round right now. There's always an opportunity for the upset to come true. We've seen them struggle against these force buys before, and against these ecos even in the past. Hopefully that's not the case this time around. Fady getting aggressive, an easy kill for Shazam. Spams through! It's the no-scope to stop the bomb plant for Sonic. Oh no, if this is how it falls apart, it'll be heartbreaking for ATK. Black Poison on low HP. It's up to Dumpster to get the majority of the heavy lifting done now. No way is this going to happen. Third person coming through as Auto Director doesn't love me. But apparently Complexity don't love ATK either, because they're looking to try and take them down right now. 15-9. Map point in favor of Complexity. It looks like we will probably be seeing Inferno. As you can see, it's not a great investment for ATK. They've got 1 AK. That's actually been given over to JT. Fady doesn't want that anymore. JT having a good game, so I suppose that does make sense. He's been having a lot of impact for sure. 4 Eagles then to back it up. A bit of utility, but already losing that mid control early on to Complexity certainly doesn't make things any easier. JT though, an underpass. Are they going to expect even 1 AK to be in play? That's the question. Maybe not. There is certainly an opportunity for that AK to get some work done, but as you can see, it is not happening. JT is the last man left standing, and with that now, it's actually Black Poison's last man left standing. I was going to say he was the last man left standing towards top mid. But yeah, the frag's coming through. Complexity, they end up closing out here on Mirage with a 16-9 scoreline.